Hello. Well, today I'm gonna do another uh, Blu-ray, 4K Blu-ray update and all that good stuff. Stuff I have gotten for the first part of the year up to on my birthday, um, and a new angle. Though there is a particular reason. I don't think this is gonna be how I'll do other videos, but who knows? Maybe if I like this enough, I will. But at least for this one, there's a very particular reason for this. But yeah, the first movie I want to show that I've got is The Whale. Yeah, finally, after all these years, after watching it in the theater, I got this film. Um, and I remember I just gave my initial impressions, but overall, I think for the most part, that's pretty still the same for the most part. Perhaps a little. Some comments, whatever I made, might have changed a bit in terms of subsequent viewings. Um, but yeah, I meant to always get this like when it came out, and for whatever reason, I never did. Um, but yeah, I got it. So yeah, and there's also a podcast. I will probably link in the description if I can remember. But that was two. But it's a pretty good conversation of two guys talking about this, especially on a religious level, and how they basically said they think a film like this should be made. Where if religion has hurt somebody in one's life, that story should be told. Because there are some people who are very religious who don't think stuff like that should ever be made into movies because it's just down on religion for the sake of it. And sometimes, yes, people do make movies where religion is just negative for the sake of it being negative, and that's it. There's not much more. Like, there's nothing like, well, here's the reason why. It's like, no, this guy just doesn't like religion at all. And even if he has a good, legit reason to not like it, doesn't come across that at all. So, yeah, I did get this on eBay. I mean, because otherwise you couldn't get this slipcover. But also, I realized that from what I saw, at least at the time when I got it, this price was cheaper than what was on Amazon. So I thought, well, that's a score. I was also looking at some other stuff um, as well, and this was just recommended, like, because I looked at some other like A24 films, and this is A24. If anybody has seen this and it's been a while, yes, this is A24. Um, yeah, Brendan Fraser won obviously Best Actor, and it won Best Makeup and Hairstyling. So that's the first film. Second is Nosferatu, the Robert Eggers version. I've talked about uh, watching this. I believe, pretty sure. Though I didn't really speak too much about it. I might have just mentioned that I saw. Maybe I just wrote something on social media. I thought I mentioned this, but maybe I didn't. Because thinking back, I kind of want to. I don't own the Werner Herzog one, but I want to get that, and then I'll watch all these together, all three versions. And I mean, the story is pretty much the same, but yeah, just talk a bit more about this. So yeah. Um, And I finally got this film, which I did not see in the theater at all, and I was hesitant to even watch it in the theater, but I'm like, I'll probably get it. And I got the Steelbook because really that was really the only way I could actually order it anywhere at all. And they had options for a non Steelbook, and it was for like Blu-ray and had another disc. But that was actually more expensive than the 4K and Blu-ray. And I'm like, well, if I don't enjoy this film much, then why would I want to, pay for like 3 Blu-ray discs? Because that was it. It was uh, I had like or another Blu-ray disc, I guess, with exclusive special features on it, in addition to the whatever special features on it on the normal. And this is, of course, Gladiator 2. And overall, I'll just say, because I probably will talk about this on its own, but it's okay. I don't believe it is as good or excellent as the first film. A lot of people say, "Oh, it's just as good, better than the first one." I don't see that personally. You know, that's me. But I mean, my expectations were they were not high, but they weren't extremely low. It was more like this to me was like a sequel that never needed to exist, and I still think that there wasn't really much really explored. There are a lot of aspects of this that's similar to the first one, and that annoyed me because there was like nothing really new. And so for me, like if you're not really gonna do anything new, why bother? Um, they retread a lot of stuff or a bunch of things at least. Maybe a lot. I don't know. I guess it depends on what you think about the film. Um, and yeah, it's just like, yeah, not much in the sense of like anything really groundbreaking. Um, if that makes any sense, it doesn't really expand the story, in my opinion. It's been a little while since I saw it, but yeah, when I saw it the first time some months ago when I got it, I just kind of thought it was meh. Not terrible, but not excellent. And with that, I also, I got Gladiator. I don't remember if I even showed this, but yeah, Gladiator. Actually, I'm thinking I did. Either way, on the off chance I didn't, because I'm just blanking now. Here's Gladiator on Steelbook in 4K with the little reproduction of the poster. Yeah, I think I did show this because me doing this is familiar, but who knows? I could have just been thinking things. Oh, I guess I should do this. Yeah, strength and honor. Look at that amazing artwork on the discs. Yeah, flawless. Yeah, fighting. Yeah, gladiators. Yeah, that's what everybody wants to watch. Gladiators fighting it out and everything. And yeah. back of this. Yeah, it's really good. Truly astounding artwork. Both the theatrical and extended cuts are on both the 4K and the Blu-ray discs. So on the off chance if you are able to, get, if you don't have this film on 4K and you want to, like, make the upgrade, you definitely can. And there it is. Yeah, there with the tigers and everything. Yeah, that's a cool scene. Alrighty. And put the poster right here. And then the movie right here. Yeah. Next film I got, Tombstone. Yeah, I got this from Zavi, and that's why it has the European ratings. Because, yeah, this was like $30, and it was like, and the Steelbook, which is the only thing available on Amazon, at least when this was announced, that was like about like 50 or so. And yeah, Tombstone's excellent. Kurt Russell's excellent. Val Kilmer, may he rest in peace. He was excellent. Deserved an Oscar nomination for this at the very least. Would have been up against, DiCaprio in What's Eating Gilbert Grape, and Ray Fiennes in Schindler's List, but I think he could have been. That could have been a good, an interesting category to see who would win against who. But yeah, very good film, excellent performances, and yeah. And I have some Arrow stuff here. First is Inglourious Bastards. Though there's some other things that are not Arrow, but I wanted to show this off first. There's that, and then yeah, I had to go through Amazon to get this one because for whatever reason, not long after they announced this was out of print, or they didn't have any in stock, like a week or so, and that was a bit annoying. Like, it got, like, was just, they just had so many run out fast, but they had other places selling it, so yeah. So yeah, here's that, the original poster art. And the discs. And then, of course, these little really cool cards. Here's Christoph Waltz. And make apple strudel. And one thing that's cool is, even though he isn't actually included on either of these, Brad Pitt does get to have his own little thing from the posters, and And then on the back there, yeah, Christoph Waltz. He won the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor. And Quentin Tarantino actually said he believes Hans Landa is his greatest character he has ever written in his entire career. I wonder if he'll still say that once he apparently will retire after his next film. At least in terms of making movies, he'll still be making like books, and as well as other things, like probably do plays. So yeah. And there's that something for that film. Just cool stuff that you get with these Arrow releases. And Arrow really does great stuff. You know, I'm really fond of Arrow these days, as you obviously you can all tell. And of course, the poster. And this like cool Ultimate Collectors. And of course, the original poster. Also, if you've seen the film, you'll know what this is in the coaster. If you've never seen it, I'm not going to spoil it for you. And then, of course, you get this cool book. And yeah, that's really it. And put this all back into the little file of the War Office, Operation Kino. Next film, winner of 3 Academy Awards, including Best Actor, Cinematography, and Best Original Score, The Brutalist. Now, I only got the Blu-Ray version of this, so you might think you should have got the 4K, and perhaps so, but this also is A24. It's fairly possible, maybe in the near future, that A24 will have one of those like 4K exclusive things with like the little like rectangular boxes that they have put out with some of their films. Since this was nominated for 10 Academy Awards, and while it didn't win Best Picture or Director or Screenplay, actor and original score and cinematography are quite huge with this film, and I think not only are they deserving of all those awards, but yeah, There you go. And then yeah, you gotta be careful with this. One thing about this, which is kind of cool, is that, you know, it's snug, but also because of that, you're kind of like, so you get out. But it's nice when it's, you know, actually in there tight. And so these are like some of the designs that Laszlo Toth, Adrian Brody's character, you know, designed and everything. You see some of these in the film, and and yeah, at the 4K and the Blu-ray, you get this. So it's not like there's anything particularly missing. All the special features are the same. Which there aren't a huge amount, but you know, hey. And on the back here, it actually does, on the back, so I'll say like what this is. Housing unit, 1973, Budapest, Hungary. This Episcopal Church, 1973, Greenwich, Connecticut. Conan Residence, 1978, Westchester, Pennsylvania. Holocaust Memorial, Weimar German Democratic Republic. I no doubt butchered the first part of that name. Design Museum, 1965, Minneapolis, Minnesota. And Shopping Complex, 1971, Boston, Massachusetts. And yeah, back at this. So yeah, I really love this film. It is long. It's a little over 3.5 hours. There is an intermission. So on the off chance you're somebody who's like, you're not sure about long films, rest assured, an intermission was absolutely purposely planned. That therefore, like a little more than 100 minutes, you can absolutely yeah, I caught it with my leg. That's nice. But yeah, stuff like this, you know, I mean, it's cool to have this, but it's a bit of a pain to getting it in and out. I guess a bit easier getting it in out than in, because again, it's so tight that it's like, can you even get it in at all? Yes, I can. Just gotta be careful not to bend anything. So yeah, The Brutalist, good film. Now will I be able to get this back in, or will it be difficult? That was relatively painless. Okay, and the next three are all part of the same franchise, which I've already talked about, but I got this because, yeah, it's very unique and interesting, you know. It's a 4K version of the film. This has also a 4K Blu-ray disc and a Blu-ray and digital copy. Got digital copies of all these films, so it's whatever to me. But Yeah. Friday the 13th. Yeah, this comes off. Ooh. And, boo. Killer, mommy, killer. And then, yeah, go get this get all the soundtracks on vinyl, if you're into that. And then we take out the discs. The 4K one's the only one that has it unrated. The normal Blu-ray only has it, the R-rated version, whereas the 4K has both. So here is what the inside looks like. Just, blood and everything, and in a canoe, safe and sound, nothing bad can happen. All is well and everything. But yeah, the special features are all the same, really, for the previous releases, which is nice. It's nice that they do that. As opposed to, like, some releases, they get less and less. Like, that was a big complaint I had for the Reservoir Dogs 4K versions. Like, wow, with this, we just keep getting less and less. Despite the fact, as we know, Lionsgate bought Artisan and has all the special features from the 10th anniversary DVD, as well as all their DVD extras for the 15th anniversary, which the 15th anniversary Blu-ray barely got much of those ported over. And then the 4K of that had even less. So it's like, with that film, that keeps getting less. But for Friday the 13th, you pretty much get the same over and over, at least. But if you don't have it on 4K, well, there you go. And now for two more Arrow releases, which came out not too long, this month. Jason Goes to Hell. Yeah, a lot of the archival stuff, really, on this, with interviews from Kane Hodder, Adam Marcus, the director, and some other stuff, which actually are imported from Shout Factory, interestingly enough. So in that instance, you might be a little disappointed, but yeah, this is in 4K. And the few brand new things you can get with this are, there's an introduction by Adam Marcus, Faces of Death, brand new interview with special makeup effects creator Robert Kurtzman, Undercover Angel, brand new interview with actress Julie Michaels, Mixing It Up, brand new interview with composer Harry Manfredini. And on the unrated disc 2, because there's two discs, disc 1 and disc 2, the only new thing is a brand new audio commentary with historians Michael Flesher and Steve Barton. And then, of course, archival commentary. The theatrical cut doesn't have commentary. So, yeah. And, of course, being Arrow, I then switched the inserted thing there because, why not have a cool thing for it? And, come on now, let's get this out. So with the reboot, this doesn't have any cards, like Inglourious Bastards. And obviously there's the mandatory Arrow poster of their cover of the film, and then the original poster. Yeah, I'm still not a huge fan of this film. I mean, I watch it. I'm a fan of the franchise, so I will watch what I will what I think is the weaker entries, even though yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of this, and I kind of explained why. And yeah, seeing Jason basically bookending the movie, that's a big thing. And there she is, Julie Michaels. A moment that you don't actually get to ever see in the film. Um, yeah, Jason Goes to Hell. Will you be there forever? Considering a few more films came out after this one, probably not. And then, of course, there's a spoiler of, yeah, um, Freddy Krueger. His arm comes out of hell and drags his hockey mask. 'Cause apparently, even though that the mask is pretty much fused to his face, um, when being dragged down to hell, it finally loosened and he went to hell without it. Um, so yeah, there is that, and yeah, and then of course, yeah, watch Arrow, their streaming service. So there's a theatrical cut with most of the special features, and then the real big special features on the second disc of the unrated cut are the commentaries. So if you're into commentaries, there you go. Um, it's all on the second disc. Um, and yeah, you get to see Kane Hodder outside of the mask in this film, so I guess that's kind of cool. And he also was Freddy's glove at the very end. And so he's been both Freddy and Jason before the two actually got to fight. And then he also was Leatherface as the stunt double for the dude who was Leatherface in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3. So yeah, he says, I want to be Michael Myers too. So maybe he will one day. Who knows? And then of course with Jason Goes to Hell, they also had Arrow released Jason X, which has brand new audio commentary from Michael Flesher and Steve Barton. Introduction by actor Kane Hodder. Audio commentaries are archival with writer and Todd Farmer and author Peter Bracke, and another commentary with director Jim Isaac and writer Tom Farmer and producer Noel Cunningham. But a brand new interview with composer Harry Manfredini about scoring the stars, specifically about this film. And yeah, that's really it for anything new. Everything else is archival, including some stuff from Shout Factory. And it's kind of cool that these two boutique labels were able to, they, Shout Factory released one or some of this stuff, and then when Arrow is to do this, I guess they weren't able to get brand new stuff. Though for Jason Goes to Hell, there is a brand new documentary about the making of this film. And they weren't able to get that, but that's because, Adam Marcus probably wants that to be shown here and there, and we'll probably have, it might get its own Blu-ray release or something at some point. Not sure about this one. I know Jim Isaac, he passed away from cancer in 2012. may he rest in peace. So can't get any brand new interviews from him, though. Will be interesting to get interviews from some other people. They do have some good on this. You know, they have the Uber Jason, an archival interview by Kane Hodder, which I believe on the Shout Factory when it was on this film, which would make sense. Uber Jason. I still do think that would fit this one, just with the Uber Jason, because he got, you know, upgraded and all. We went into the future. And, yeah, of course, the original poster. And, yeah. All right. So, yeah, here is the poster. Come on. Show the others, might as well show this one. And then, of course, the back is just what I showed you. Might be pointless to an extent because I just showed you what that looks like, but whatever, I don't care. I'm going to do it anyway. I've done that with the others. Might as well keep that sort of tradition running in. Yeah, here's a little thing there. Some of this stuff looks really cool. Look at Jason there. You know, whatever you think about this film, whatever, you know, the goofiness of it and everything, Jason looks great. Let's be honest, he looks great. You can't really deny that. And there's KM. And yeah. And there's the disc. There. And all this stuff here. Put that in there. Come on, go in. Yep. There you go. And there is one last thing after all of this. The big reason I'm doing this on this angle. Here is Ben-Hur. There's a little cool Roman soldier figurine. So this is a 3-disc Ultimate Collector's Edition with a, you know, collectible Roman soldier figurine. 128-page replica of Charlton Heston's journal and sketches. 64-page book with rare photos. And obviously the film and special features. This was also on eBay. That's why it's a little beat up, but it's excellent condition overall in terms of like the discs. It all works well, and I'm going to try to open this without doing anything. And put that there, and now for now, and out of the shot, I know, but it's okay. Here we go, and this is 37,315 out of 125,000. So yeah, put that there. Ben-Hur. This is a film I actually got to see in theaters when they re-released it some years ago. And that was great to see. And then, of course, there's this to get access to the book. And then all the other stuff underneath it. Yeah, this is the 50th anniversary. I'm not going to show you everything there, but yeah. The film is on 2 discs. Oh yeah, I was watching the special features not too long ago. But yeah, that's where the that is. So yeah, in the player. But yeah, it just looks like the same thing. It just says special features. So it's not a special unique disc though. But I will show you this. $222 minutes. Yeah, it stops when the intermission happens on disc 1, and so then you could put the second disc in and then continue. I know that sounds obvious, but on the off chance somebody was not sure, that is why they're on 2 discs. But again, like Lawrence of Arabia, that's on 1 disc for Blu-ray. And on the set of Ben-Hur, the personal journal of Charlton Heston. This is pretty cool to just look at what his thoughts were and being with his family and all. And then, of course, you know, he and stuff like this, you know, it's like taped. I hope you can see that well. You don't want to be too high or low or anything, but I also don't want it to be super blurry. This was the first film that won 11 Academy Awards, which so far is the most any movie has ever gotten in Oscar history. Directed by Billy Wilder. William Wilder, but, you know, people called him Billy. Oh, come on. Where is it? I know it's here somewhere. It's him with his Oscar on the... I mean, this is when he won it. You know, kissed his wife, but yeah. There is a picture in here where he is in his office. Maybe that's in here. In the other book, the bigger one. Maybe. I don't know. But this is actually cool to read and see his various thoughts as they were making the film. And actually, I'll probably just keep this out so I can put it on a shelf over there. Bumped it in there. Yeah, it happens. Yeah, okay. Yeah, there's him at his office on his desk. There's his Oscar. Yeah, won Best Actor for this film. There are a lot of people who are like, would have wanted Jack Lemmon to have won for Some Like It Hot, and he was excellent. But I have no issue with Heston winning here. Won 11 Academy Awards: Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actor, Best Supporting Actor. For Hugh Griffith. Best Cinematography, Color, Best Musical Score of a Dramatic Film, Best Costume Design, Best Film Editing, Best Art Direction, Best Sound, Best Set Decoration, and Best Special Effects. This also has the original black and white silent film on the bonus disc. That's also why I don't have it in there, because watching that as well. And also, before I put this back in there, for the sake of it, I shall show this a bit up close. Though I don't believe I'm ever going to take this out. I'll probably just keep it in there, in here, and in there. And I don't know. I have a thing on a shelf that I could put the smaller thing, which has the books and everything that I could put the movie in. Might have to find a way to, like, perhaps find something of equal size and everything, or if nothing else, I'll just I'll just have to go have to just deal with something of equal size not being in there, though I think I probably could. Maybe, if anything else, just put some paper that's crumpled in there for the backing, and hopefully that should work. But yeah. But I just wanted to put this back in here for now. Just to be able to show off. Show this all off. So yeah. This is an excellent movie. Well, that's really it. I hope this was of some interest. I know that was a lot to go through. Yeah, some of these updates are pretty fun. Sometimes I do repeat myself. Faking looking back, I believe I did show off Gladiator 1, but also showing off Gladiator 2, I guess it kind of would sort of fit. So, yeah. Yeah. Got some stuff I really enjoy, especially with around my birthday with like the Friday the 13th stuff and Ben-Hur. I got Tombstone ordered some time ago, and it finally arrived because it was shipping from the UK. Though I don't think much shipping was really added. It was from the American version of Zavi, so yeah. Anyway, yeah, I've enjoyed all these films to one degree or another. Not a big fan of Gladiator 2, but I'll probably watch it again and then give my thoughts proper on it. Um, it'd be great if, uh, my feelings improve. And to everybody who does enjoy Gladiator 2 quite a bit, fantastic. And to everybody else who might be like me and just not super fond of it because, like, Gladiator didn't need a sequel. It was good enough the way it was. And I'll address certain things when I do talk about Gladiator 2 one day. That's some of the stuff people have mentioned and everything. So, yeah. Because I do have some things that I kind of want to talk about, yeah. Probably will talk about Ben-Hur one day. I have talked about all these films, so I don't really think I need to talk much about it. The Whale, same thing. I'll talk about Nosferatu. Uh, and at the end of the year, when I have the Werner Herzog one, and yeah, Tombstone, I'll probably talk about, and I've talked about Inglorious Bastards, and yeah, I talked about this film. I don't know if I'll talk about it again, but good film. And if I do have a new or a future deluxe 4K version, I'll get that and probably show that off. And hey, maybe, Arrow will release it. They released, you know, The Lighthouse. That was an A24 film, and but yeah, I haven't seen a lot of Brady Corbet's filmography. And I know I said Corbett, like a bit of a goober or a big goober, whatever. And even when I was saying it after watching it in the theater, I knew like that's not right, but I didn't correct myself because yeah, everything was still new. So I was like just absorbing everything and trying to give my thoughts on it. And yeah. Anyway, that's what I've got. Have you seen any of these films? Do you want to see any of these movies? Does any of this stuff interest you or no? Let me know in the comments below if you'd like, or you don't have to. It's up to you. I hope all of you are doing well. I hope you've had a great May. I've had a good month myself. Yeah, my birthday was good. And yeah, I'll see you all next time. Please take care and have a great day and a great weekend. Bye.